What's going on? It's Coach Gary. We're back tonight for the ACC championship game featuring number 2, Louisville, and number 1, the Duke Blue Devils. What's going on, Michael Smitty? Hey, Coach, go Louisville. Yeah, we all know who's gonna win with the ACC tournament. It's gonna be a Duke. It's gonna be Duke. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm almost certain that Louisville is not going to lay an egg in the first half. So they who knows what might happen there here at the end. I'm sure that they looked at whatever they could get from. Oh my gosh, a slam dunk by Malawak. I looked at hooked on Hornets this morning. They were talking about different guys that could come out uh, and talking about 3 guys for Duke who could come out. Of course, Cooper Flag, Knipple, and then they said, they were talking about Malawak and how, if the Hornets don't get Cooper Flag, they could end up with Malawak coming out as a big. And like they said, Malawak doesn't have he's actually a nice sized guy, 7 footer, um, about 250. So that would make him. Wouldn't that make him bigger than Mark? I don't know if we could stand 2 Duke guys though at the Hornets. But I don't know. Yeah, look at him right there. He does look maybe a little bit bigger than Mark Williams. I don't know what the Hornets would do. He's not an outside shooter. Neither was Mark, but he can go to the basket like that though. Another dunk for Malawak, and the Duke Blue Devils lead this one 4-2. James with the rebound. Gets out to Knipple. Knipple to the basket with the fake. And he is going to be fouled. Yeah, so I'm just wondering if if the Hornets, if Cooper comes out and the Hornets don't get him, there are other guys they could get too. Heck, Proctor's a solid guard. I think Proctor would be a solid he'd be a solid lottery pick. All right, Duke up 6-2. We got Dickie V on the mic, guys. Welcome back, Dickie V. Another 2-point drive shot. For Louisville. Malawak with the ball again. Off the glass. Good. It may be a travel, though.
Want to earn cryptocurrency? Try Coinbase.
All right, this is Louisville with the ball. It's 16:20 on the clock. Ooh. Hepburn. Hepburn with a tray. He's got at least 5 of the points for Louisville. And he can nipple to the basket for the lay. 7-8. Close right now. I think Carolina did about the same thing at the beginning. Hepburn quick shot. This one goes on the top of the backboard. Knipple. Hey, Knipple could be that shooting guard that the Hornets need too. Like but I don't think I don't think the Hornets would pick him up. I really don't think they would. However, I think it wouldn't be a bad choice if it came down to it and he was out there. If he comes out, I don't know if Knipple's coming out though, but if he did, to get a shooter, I mean, just a guy to go out there and just really shoot. My Hornets have scorers, but no shooters. We got guys who think they're shooters. There's a difference between a scorer and a shooter. And the Hornets play tonight too. Hey Siri, what is the score of the Hornets game? All right, maybe the Hornets play a little bit later. They did win last night though, 145, 134 over San Antonio. Thank you, Siri. All right, so we have our first time out, 8-7. The Duke boys. I'm either getting older or just accepted the fate of my Carolina Tar Heels and how we were going to play this year, because I'm basically already over that game. Hey, look, I really didn't lose sleep last night over it either, but it's still tough the way the L went down. Heck, if Duke had if we'd scored, tied it up, and Duke came and scored after that, with 4 seconds, I could have accepted that a little bit better. But we must move on, so I'm done with it. Robert Summers, what's going on? Hey, coach. I hope Hubert Davis is the basketball team and the basketball team accepts the NIT invite. I sort of do too. I do too. I'd like to see I'd like to see how Carolina would do against the other teams in the other conferences. It's going to be some decent teams that don't make it to the big dance. So it wouldn't be a runaway with Carolina or for Carolina. But yeah, I'd like to see them keep playing. Especially, and I can't believe I just found this out. Yes, I just found out yesterday that my guy Lubin is a junior. I thought he exhausted all his eligibility and was like maybe a grad student, but he's just a junior. So Lubin, if he chooses, can be back next year. Uh, Also Trimble. I don't know why I thought Trimble was a senior, but Trimble could come back. He got in the transfer portal last year, and then got and came back. So Carolina's got some guys. I wonder who will end up being the man next year, or would it be better not to have a man? So now we got to run an offense to include everybody. And then I got to get into you know uh, trying to see what kind of recruits we got coming in too. Because who knows, we might get lucky and get one of those guys that can come into college and dominate consistently. Evans with a 3-point shot didn't hit many on the Tar Heels yesterday. I guess this might be his night. It's 7-11. Duke 14:45. Louisville with the ball now. This is Hepper. Skip pass. Wide open three. Waterman. Proctor finds Gomba. It's a missed shot. I think that was by Knipple. One of the worst shots I've seen him shoot. Oh, nice movement. And Waterman gets 2 points under the basket, and Louisville takes the lead 12-11. This is James. He finds Proctor. Proctor being guarded by Hepburn. Evans comes off that screen, loses the ball, but Duke gets it back. James drives, kicks it, swing past to Evans. Evans steps, and rattles it in. Sweet 3-point shot. I got to give him a horn on that one. (14-12). Hepburn in the paint. Bounce passes. Oh, hook. Big number 25 with the hook. And the points do not count. So you got J. Scott, Waterman, Hadley, Hepburn in the game for Louisville. And they are down by 2. Duke with the ball now. Foster has come in for Duke. They get it down to Gomba. Or Goomba. Gumba. Foster now with it. Crossover dribble, gets in the paint, kicks it. Proctor with the fake, and he hits a 3. Duke shooting a good ball outside. It's 17-12. (22-13) is not a bad year. Coach, I think 22-13 is not a bad year. Yeah, it's not a bad year. Not a bad year. Considering what it felt like it was going to be. Foster gets that to Proctor. Proctor goes to Goomba, and it's a foul. Going to be a foul. Got a few new faces in the game. Roof's out there. Foster to the basket. Decides to come back out with it. Duke has 10 seconds to shoot. Foster goes this time. Reverse layup is no good. Knocked out of bounds to Louisville. 15-17. All right, it's 11:51 on the clock, 15-17. Let's see if Duke can make some separation like they did with Carolina as this first half moves on. All right, now I think we're about in the same spot, or at least close to it. Coach, I would like to see Caleb Wilson start next year with Jackson. Yeah, I need to check Caleb Wilson out. I think I've seen a short video. All right, we got a timeout. Yeah, I also hope Ian Jackson, not just him, because he's still a young guy, but I hope that the coaching staff in Carolina, can we say that Carolina knows how to develop their players, or is that just something that's only in the pros? But I hope they sort of help that young man see that he can be even better. You know what I'm saying? He can learn to create as well as just put his head down and get to the basket. Because he's got all the tools, got the quickness, he's got the strength. He can play defense. Uh, and that's the other thing. If coach can get these guys to buy into defense, like the entire game, you can tell when Carolina really focuses on defense. And the other thing I do like that coach started doing that he wasn't doing last year or at the beginning of the season, and that is at least getting into the full court press. From time to time. Duke beat it pretty well yesterday, and I know that is why he doesn't get into it sometimes because he's thinking some of these teams just going to beat it because when they beat it, it's usually a layup at the other end, and so you're thinking you're looking back at it and say, man, if I didn't if I didn't press at that time right there, Duke wouldn't have scored those 2 points, and we would have been two up. You know what I'm saying? It'd been 2 points closer, or we could have been up. Because twice Carolina put a press on Duke, and they beat it basically like that. I know they got points on it one time. I think they got points on it both times. So I know coach, but I know exactly how he feels because I feel that way sometimes, or I have felt that way. It depends on what kind of team you get. Sometimes you have a team that it doesn't matter who you're playing; they can press everybody. All right, and then you have a team that you're scared to get in the press because the opposite team is going to beat it with no problem. So, but I do like him. I do like Coach using that. So, there's some things Carolina's got, can build on, and I hope that he can help every one of those guys. I hope those guys will buy into defense. If not, Coach is gonna he's gonna pop a blood vessel on the sideline. Hepburn gets that over to Edwards. Edwards ball knocked away. He recovers it. Ruth sets the screen. Edwards down in the paint, kicks it. This is Ruth, hands that to Hepburn. Hepburn at the elbow. It's a turnover. Knipple with an interception, if you will. And that ball is knocked out of bounds. No, it's not knocked out of bounds. It's knocked away, and it is thrown away by Louisville. Kind of to get a fast break that wasn't quite there. 2-point game with 11 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. Proctor gives that ball to Knipple on the baseline. Knipple is so tough. And you wouldn't expect it out of him. 2 likes. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. This is Ruth with the ball in the corner. It was just saved from going out of bounds. Ruth, nice little pass. Pass to Hadley, and Hadley hits the 2-pointer. Still a 2-point lead by Duke. Duke now with 12 seconds to shoot. And it was sort of like a screen and roll, pick and roll right there. They tried to get that ball to Malawak. It's knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Duke ball under their own basket. They find Proctor coming off the screen, and the 3 is good. Maybe the biggest lead thus far, and I think it is 17-22. Edwards shoots the 3. He can't hit it. but a rebound by Louisville. And then it's a turnover. Foster at the other end. And he is going to be called for an offensive foul. Hepburn got back. And Coach Shire is incredulous. Why is that not a charge? That's a charge, Coach. That is he's gonna call that all day. Gonna call that all day, Coach. 17-22, 9 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Hepburn. A little bit of weave action there. Waterman gives it back to Hepburn. Hepburn crosses over, gets into the paint, off the glass. And that ball nearly interfered with, but put back by Scott. Big zero. Foster finds Malawak. Malawak sweeps through, trying to get that to Proctor. Does hand it to him. Proctor takes a long three. It's short. Rebound, Louisville. And they get that ball. Oh, nice play. Get that ball to Edward up the court. Edwards is fouled. And he hits the two-pointer. He hits the lay-in. And it's back to a 1-point lead. It's a 1-point lead, and with a chance for Louisville to tie it up. 8 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock. All right, we're getting into that time where Duke started to pull away from Carolina. I think it was about maybe 5 to 6 minutes on the clock before the end of the first. Hopefully Hubert Davis will get a big man in the offseason. Look, if he didn't learn it this year, and he doesn't do it, I have no idea what the heck is going on. Like, somebody in camp has got to tell him there. That's a good thought there, Robert. Good thought. Like, you got to get a big man. I'm talking a big guy. Coach, I heard our Carolina Panthers got some help on defense last week. Yeah, it seems like they getting some making some nice moves there, Robert. Some defensive linemen, a nice little linebacker. There's one kid I've watched his YouTube channel where he's breaking down, shows you some film on the linebacker that I like pretty good. You guys know I have trouble remembering people's names right now. But it's going to be – I'm going to have to do some research. But, yeah, I don't know the linebacker's name, but seems like he is a hard-nosed guy, a linebacker that just works. So, gosh, what was the other linebacker that we had this year who got hurt? I don't think he played in the last couple of games. Gosh, I used to call his name all the time. But to have him and the guy they're getting from the Rams out there – running plays down, I mean, that's got to improve us. Like, just guys that, just go out and play. Ain't worried about how they look. They're just getting to the ball. And a nice defensive back from the Raiders, I think. So, yeah, shoring up that defense. And I think we've got still trying to work on that offensive line. I think we've got a couple of players. But, yeah, I hope we work on that really, really hard, too. Flagrant run one? Wow. You call Waterman for a flagrant foul? I mean, maybe he dropped he ran into him pretty hard. Gumbo will go to the line. Gumbo can't hit it. Hey Siri, what time do the Hornets play tonight?
The Hornets are not playing today. Their
Really?
next game against the Clippers is tomorrow at
Oh
7
yeah,
p.m.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was I was up real late or real early, so when I looked at it, I thought it was yesterday, and it was today. All right, so Duke goes up by 2 now on that technical foul. Good ball movement by the Blue Devils. They get it to Proctor. Proctor for 3 again. Can't hit it this time. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Duke. That means the ball is going to go to Louisville. 8 minutes and 26 seconds. 8:26. Did we pick up the Cowboy running back? Oh yeah. I forgot about him. The guy that Dowdle. The guy that I was talking about that does the breakdown of players. Yeah, he was talking about Dodal and showing some things like Sanders. We released him, so Sanders is gone. And this guy, he's got a little bit of wiggle, is what I call it. Sanders coming from that awesome line from the Eagles. For me, it was more straight on. Just get to a point, get yards, and that's all he had to do with those guys. Run behind that big line. And he came on a little bit there at the end of the year, showing that he could, had some what do you call it? I don't want to say misdirection, but he could had a little bit of slasher about him, very little. But this guy from the Cowboys, he can run. He's got good peripheral vision, and he's got that wiggle. All right, Hepburn with a 3-point shot. He had to force that one. Shot clock on his back, missed it. And looks like the ball may stay down here with Louisville. But we have another timeout. The Duke Blue Devils on top, 21-23. Still not a lot of scoring going on, but still 7 minutes and 43 seconds left in the first half. So you never know, a scoring barrage could occur. Yeah, Robert. They said we got that guy, that Dowdle, I think is his name. So that should definitely help out. That should definitely help out in the backfield. Uh, Trimble Trimble agreed to a deal, and he's back. I think he's coming around as a tight end. All right, let's look at the box scores, guys. I'm going to miss Shaq. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you hate to see some guys go. That's the nature of the sport, though. Hopefully, we get better. We're due a year now. We're due a year with one of these pro teams we have here in North Carolina. I don't know what the heck happened to the Hornets. It's like when we got LaMelo and at least got into the play-in games those 2 years. I was like, okay, but still we're trending in the right direction, and then I don't know. We just started getting hurt. Y'all hear about y'all hear about all the posts, the comical post about Cooper Flag getting hurt in the Spectrum Center. Just like, oh, okay, he's already a Hornet because the Hornets stay hurt, and a lot of times it's those ankles. Louisville, Scott with 2 points. Waterman has 5. Hadley has 2 points. Terrence Edwards has 5. Chucky Hepburn with 7. For the Duke Blue Devils, Malawak has 4 points. Evans, Knipple, and Tyrese Proctor all have 6. That's 3 6s in a row. Zion James has not scored yet off the bench. Gomba has 1 point. All right, we've had a few turnovers there by the Blue Devils. And Louisville has been trying their best to take a lead. They did take the lead once there, if I'm not mistaken. This is Hepburn. Chucky Hep gets into the paint. Misses the bunny shot. Malawak with the rebound. Finds Knipple on the right side. Ball is deflected. Now it's stolen away. Hadley with the lay-in. And that is going to tie it up with 6 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock. So I think this was about the time that Duke started to pull away from Carolina. I think Carolina was finding it kind of tough to score. And Duke continued to score. James, strong to the basket, can't hit it. Malawak with the rebound. He's blocked. But he gets his own rebound and puts it in. Jump shot is missed by Hepburn. But the Louisville Cardinals get it back. This is going to be Edwards. Edwards, spin move in the paint. The floater, no good. Rebound, Duke. Evans with a quick 3. Maybe too quick. Misses it. Rebound. Louisville Hepburn. Kicks that out. 1 extra pass. Chucky for 3. Can't hit it. Rebound, Evans. Hands that to James. James slowly brings it across the timeline. Duke settles down. Coach Shire calls the play. They feel like they need a point right here. They need some points. Edwards drives. Fakes the ball a couple of times, but then he's going to be called for the travel. Few turnovers there by the Duke Blue Devils. I still feel like Bryce Young still needs one more wide receiver and maybe one more offensive lineman. Oh, definitely offensive lineman. Definitely. I wish we could find like just a superstar or get lucky in the draft or something and just get a superstar wide receiver. Thielen, at 35, I still think he's going to be the guy. Plus, he's just, you never look at Thielen and say, oh, he's the fastest, because he's not. But he's just one of those guys that knows how to play. He knows how to get open. I'm surprised we didn't even look at Cooper Kupp. Is it Cooper Kupp? Not. It may not be Cooper, but Kupp from the Rams, because he was out there for a while. But I think, who picked him up? I'm not sure who picked him. I forgot who picked him up, but he didn't stay. He didn't stay without a team for long. Hepburn in the paint, bounce passes it, drops that down. I think that was Edwards, and it's tied up again. Foster Draws a foul. Nobody in the bonus. Evans for three. Can't hit it. But a good chase down by Foster to Proctor for three. It's good. Proctor shooting the ball well from the outside. Usually does. But then Edwards comes and gets it right back. And so it's tied up again, 28-28. Edwards has that look on his face like he ain't scared of nothing. Knipple, the jumper is no good. Rebound. This is Hepburn. Hepburn shoots a quick three. Can't hit it. Malawak with the rebound. Think he's going to be fouled on the play. All right, 3 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. A different look than what we saw a game ago with Duke in North Carolina. Louisville right there in it. So at this timeout, we are tied up. 3 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. 28-28. I really can't wait to see what Bill Belichick does with the Carolina football team. Me either. I saw a little. They show somebody did a little bit of spring camp video, and they was just out there doing basic stuff. I didn't. I couldn't look at it the whole time. I don't think they showed too much. Didn't show us running any plays or nothing like that. Just showed the guys warming up and stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, especially with you know with Bill Belichick's star power and his ability to recruit. In the transfer portal. It's gonna be interesting to see what we end up with. It may be a completely new look Carolina team. Not just the players, but also what we run. So I never really paid attention to uh, the type of offense that Belichick ran with with the Patriots. You like my brother says, he really didn't think Belichick was that great of a coach. He just had the right players, which you know, and when you look at it, that's every coach that is good. You got to have the players. You know what I'm saying? They said Belichick wasn't that good. Again, I keep up with everybody in the NFL. Just keep up with my team. Belichick, wasn't that good. His when he first started coaching, but you get the right players, you get a superstar, even if you don't know you have them to begin with, and that changes your whole franchise. So, but I still think Belichick knows the game. Of course, he knows the game. Uh, so yeah, you're right, Robert. I can't wait to see what he does, and I want to make sure I take a look at this spring game. You know what? I've never been to the stadium, and that might be a good time to go. That might be a good time to try to get to the stadium there when they have the. I think Carolina has a blue white game. It would be great to get out there and get to Keenan Stadium for the first time and check those guys out. Another turnover by the Duke Blue Devils. Can't wait to see what the can't see wait to see look at the team stats to see how many turnovers the Duke Blue Devils will have. I think that's at least 4. Bill Belichick did say something like having a pro style football team. Yeah. I it's a lot to be interested about to see who's going to be the quarterback. Um I mean, yeah. See what kind of the type of offense he's going to run, pro style offense. I would just love to see how's that's going to work. But I know you got to have the players to do it. So I'd like to see the quarterback, the wide receivers, who's coming back, who's coming in. Got to get a couple of studs from somewhere. We got to have some that we don't know, that I don't know about. Uh, it would be great to have a stud quarterback, a stud wide receiver out there, some defensive linemen. See how Belichick retools this team. Knipple, wow, Knipple loses his balance, able to get that ball and finds James for the lay-in. I think that's James' first points. Duke trying to hang in there without 2 of their studs on the floor. 3 people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget about his son coaching. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people saying, would that be an example of nepotism if he, Belichick coaches 2 years and then leaves it to his son? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if I had a heck, I did it. If you want to say that, when I retire, oh nice baseline pass in the dunk. That's Scott for 2. When I retired, my son took over until he moved, and now I'm back. Knipple off the glass. Knipple is a skilled player and uses his size well. Duke gets the 2 points right back. This is going to be Scott to Hepburn. Hepburn. Now they're looking at a 2-3 zone, and wow, Louisville just shoots right over the top of it. That Edwards Jr. kid is not afraid of anything. Louisville takes a lead by 1, 34-33. 1 minute and 49 seconds on the clock. James with the ball up top for Duke now. Malawak, screen and roll. Foster behind the back dribble. Throws it off the glass, can't hit it. Rebound, Louisville. Hepburn slows it down. Finds Hadley. Hadley gets that ball to Scott. Scott, this is Edwards. Edwards bounce passes to Hadley, back to Edwards. He's being guarded by James. Now looks like a zone. It is a matchup zone, I think, by Duke. Edwards off the glass, no good. Tipped, rebounded, and it is laid in by Louisville. Louisville takes a 3-point lead over the Blue Devils. We got 54 seconds on the clock. Proctor kicks it out to Knipple. Quick 3, no good. Malawak gets his hand on it, but Louisville with the rebound. They're off to the races. Kicks it out, and they slow it down. Edwards into the paint. The floater is good. And now Louisville pulling away. 29 seconds on the clock. Nobody calls a timeout. Coach Shire says, hey, play through it, guys. 38-33. Now the clock stops. Duke showing their vulnerability, missing Cooper, Flag, and Brown. They're playing the number 2 team today, so it's a little bit tougher. It's a little bit tougher. Like I knew it was not going to be a blowout in the first half, like the game yesterday. So really got to see what Duke's got. Remember, Carolina outscored Duke by a darn 18. Was it 18 points yesterday in the second half? So, don't forget about his son. Yep, the first half reminds me of our second half last night. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the way Louisville is moving the ball and getting shots now, it's reminding me of how Duke pulled away from Carolina at the end of the first half yesterday. This first half reminds me of, yeah. Duke hasn't completely fallen apart like Carolina did, but remember too, when that was happening, we didn't use the timeout like to try to stop it. But anyway, Knipple finds James. James doesn't like to shoot outside. He tries to get to the basket, spin move. The follow-away jumper is no good, and that is going to be the halftime score, 38-33. And you guys just got to know Duke's gonna go in there. They're gonna work their magic. They're going to do some adjustments, make some adjustments, and come right back out. Louisville is gonna go in the locker room. Gonna say, guys, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't know if they're gonna come up with any if Duke does this or if ands or buts. Let's see what coach says. Oh yeah, coach. I mean, saying the right things. You're gonna play some defense. All right, so we got the halftime score, guys, in Louisville in the lead. All right, so we're going to take a look at the stats, box scores, team stats. Tomorrow night, I'm not watching the selection show because I know we are not making it. I gotta watch it though. I gotta watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch it anyway, just to see. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try to. I'm hopefully they'll have one of these first games. You know, something like North Carolina Central taking on a number 3 team or something like that. Uh, I you know, I want to try to catch one of those teams. One of those what we will call to start off a Cinderella team, a team just won their conference and maybe you know shouldn't have any chance to win. I'd like to see one of those and then see it be a tight game. Stream one of those and see it be a tight game. All right, here we go. 38-33, the Cardinal. They're number 13 in the nation, number 2 in the ACC, playing number 1 Duke and number 1 in the ACC without Cooper Flag, the top recruit, the top player in the ACC, I'm sure, and also potential first round and first pick in the NBA draft. All right, James Scott for Louisville has 4 points. Waterman with 5. Hadley also has 5. Terrence Edwards playing his tail off. He has 15 points. Chucky Hepburn with 7. And Torore has 2. Edwards, let's see what classification Edwards is. He is a senior, is a 6'6" guard. And he averages 16.2 points per game. Okay. Basically right at his average. All right, for Duke, Malawak with 7 points. Evans has 6 points. Evans has 6 points. Knipple with 8. Tyrese Proctor with 9. Sion James is 3. And Gamba off the bench with 1. So the guys that score points for Duke, they're scoring. Just, they've got to get some stops on Louisville. They expect to beat them. Louisville's got to continue to get stops for Duke and continue to score the ball at a great rate. So now let's look at the tail of the tape. And that's your team stats. Louisville shooting 55% from the field. Duke shooting 42.9%. From behind the three-point line, both teams have scored 5 threes. Louisville just shooting a little bit better percentage because they've only shot 12. Free throws. No team has gone to the free throw line very often. Louisville's only been 3 times, and they have shot the ball 3 times. They're 1 out of 3. Carolina is 4 out of 5 for 80%. Rebounding 17-13, Louisville. Assists 8-6, Louisville. There's your steals, your blocks. Turnovers 6-7. Duke has 7 turnovers already. On pace for 14. I think Carolina and Duke had 13 yesterday? So you can Duke can turn the ball over also, huh? Fast break points 4-2 Louisville. Points in the paint 18-14 Louisville. The largest lead by either team has been 5. All right, very interesting game so far. Duke held the lead for a good while there. I think was made to after about all the way up to about 4 minutes, and then after that, Louisville has stretched the lead just a bit, but we still got a lot of time. T. Kubler, head coach, Vikings just traded for running back Jordan Mason from the 49ers. Vikings finally got a bruising running back to punch it in the red zone. Good job, Vikings. Good job, Vikings. But if we play you guys next year, we're trying to spank that butt. Trying to spank that butt. Coach, to be honest, I'll be surprised if we were to get in, but that's a big if. Oh yeah, I'll be surprised too, Robert. But I'm gonna watch it anyway. I just checked. We had 12 turnovers and Duke had 13. All right, I thought we both had the same. So yeah, 12 and 13. Yeah, Duke could turn the ball over, and now this is a team that Duke doesn't want to turn the ball over on, especially since they're missing 2 studs. Duke is. All right, guys. Listen, thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm going to go get me a little beverage, and then we're going to be right back to it. We're going to be right back to it. So I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of I'm going to leave you with the box scores. All right. We are back still 33-38. Louisville had the ball first. No score. Duke now with 9 seconds to shoot. Proctor with a long three, and that three is good. Back to a 2-point lead by Louisville, 36-38. Waterman with the long three, he misses it. Hey, Proctor won't have any problem shooting from the NBA line, NBA 3-point line. Nice out of bound play by Louisville. They couldn't score on the layup, but now Hepburn for three. He can't hit it. Malawak and Waterman fight for the loose ball. A little bit of extracurricular action going on there. Everybody's good. No worse for the wear. All right, we have one vote for the poll question. Who will be ACC tournament champs in 20 minutes? In fact, it's less than 20 minutes now. Knipple to the basket. The layup is good. I like that little cut and roll off the high screen. Edwards in the paint. He has to kick that back out. This is Hepburn for Louisville. Hepburn finds Waterman. Waterman takes the baseline drive, kicks it. Edwards for three. It's good. And Louisville keeps the lead 41-38. Looks like it's going to be a knockdown, drag out game. This is Proctor. Proctor passes over to Knipple. Knipple on the baseline. He goes up. He's too big. He's fouled on the play. Do you think Knipple will come out, or will he come back to school next year? Like, really has an option there, playing on a number one team in the nation. He's a second choice when Cooper Flagg is not out there, but has led the team in scoring several games, if I'm not mistaken. I tell you what, he's going to have a good game right here because Louisville has come to play. Hepburn. I wonder how many points Hepburn averages. This is Edwards with the ball. Edwards Jr. Edwards drives. Shoots a hard shot, but it's good. He is definitely over his average. I think I just looked up and his average was 16.1 points or something like that. All right, this is Duke. This is Evans with the ball. Evans drives, tries to get that to Malawak. Should have been a bounce pass. And it's deflected. Hepburn brings it down. Extra pass for three. No good. Rebound, James. It's 40-43, 16:35 on the clock. Proctor goes to his right. He's picked up by Waterman. James drives to the basket, and he is going to be fouled. Going strong to the basket. Dickie V on the call tonight, guys. 16:25 on the clock. 43-44. James on the line. Street line racing, what's going on? Street line racing, street line fire. And James hits both of his free throws. It's a 1-point lead by the Cardinal. And they walk the ball up the court. I think this is Edwards with the ball. Calling out plays, hands that to Hepburn. And we get it back to Edwards on the left side. Edwards finds Hadley. Hadley doesn't want to give it up. Now he's trying to go strong. Bounce passes over to Waterman. Waterman drives. Throws it up off the glass. It's no good. Rebound Duke. James brings it down. Duke can take the lead right here. They get the ball to Proctor. Proctor on the right side. Proctor with the crossover. The step back three is short. Rebound. Louisville. I think that was Traore. He sets the screen up top for Edwards. Edwards says Traore, set it again. Edwards finds Hadley. Now back to Edwards. Sort of looking like R.J. Davis out there. Doesn't want to give that ball. A lot of dribbling. 5 seconds to shoot. Now it's going to be a tough one. He shoots a three. Oh my goodness. How did he hit that one over James? That is Edwards with a jumper. Had to force that when it went in. And Louisville hangs on to the lead. James brings it down the other end. They get that ball into nice little ball movement there. Got that into Knipple. Knipple spin around in the lane. James relocated, and Knipple found him for the three. And number one, Hadley at the other end shoots a three, misses everything, and Knipple, I think that was Knipple, couldn't hang on to it, knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Louisville ball after we come back. Hey, it's 45-45. You might as well say 0-0, starting all over again. But this time with 14 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock. Edwards with 22 points. He averages 16.1. Hepburn, go ahead and take a look at him now. Hepburn is the senior. He averages 16.3 points a game. Right now, Duke sort of stymieing him right now. I'm pretty sure they plan on doing that. Hepburn with 7 points. I actually think he's settled down and he realizes that he may not get his average today, but he can do other things. Still being aggressive. All right, for Louisville, James Scott with 5 points. Noah Waterman has 5. Giovanni Hadley has 5 points also. Terrence Edwards Jr. is the man for Louisville today. He's got 22 points. Chucky Hepburn with 7 off the bench. Traore with 2. Duke, Malawak. Is that Kahaman? Kahaman or Haman? Doesn't matter. It does matter. But Malawak has 6 points. Evans has 6 points. Knipple, 12. Proctor also has 12. Zion James with 8 points. And the bench has scored 1 point for the Blue Devils. That's Ngomba. Gillis has been in the game. He does have 2 rebounds. And Foster with a rebound and 3 assists. All right. Anybody in foul trouble for Louisville? Does not. Well, James Scott has 3 fouls, personal fouls. Nobody in foul trouble for Duke. Turnovers, 6 for Louisville. 8 already for Duke. Louisville is shooting 33.3% from the free throw line. Still, only 3 free throws taken 1 out of 3. Duke shooting 88.9%. They are 8 of 9, only missed 1, but have been to the line. Guess Duke playing defense without fouling. The Cardinals shooting 33.3% from the 3-point line. Duke shooting 41.2%. They're 7 of 17. The Cardinals 6 of 8. All right, it's Louisville ball. Hepburn shoots it. He's fouled on the play. He will be going to the free throw line. Tied at 45, 14-16 on the clock. And finally, Louisville gets back to the free throw line. It's going to be Hepburn. He hits his first. And he hits both. That's going to put the Cardinal back up by 2. Gumball back in the game for Duke. They were to get that ball down to James. James going up strong. He's fouled on the play. All right, we got 3 votes. We got 3 votes. Let's see. Did anybody vote? We do not care. Duke 67%. Nobody has voted. We do not care. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for how many likes tonight so far? 5 likes. I appreciate it. All right, we're all tied up again. 47-47. Come on, screen. What are you doing? Let's go. Let's go. Get it together. Looks like the ball's not out of bounds that time. All right, Louisville gets the ball in. This is Edwards. Edwards being guarded by Gillis. Screen set up top. Edwards goes to his left. Dribbles low. Gets into the paint. Floater is no good. Rebound James. Brings that ball up a lot for Duke. This is Gomba. Fouled on the play. I think that foul's going to go to Waterman. Speaking of some water. Let's get some water, man. Now that's good. All right, Gomba at the line. Gomba for the first. Hits it. Let's give him a little ding, ding right there. And Gomba hits both. That puts Duke back up by 2. 13-13 on the clock. Who will be champions, guys? Hepburn goes to his left. You can tell the way he's dribbling. He wants to get some points. He gets in the paint, goes over strong, and Gomba says, get that out of here. The way he slapped that one, he could have caught it and started the fast break. I don't think I've seen anybody block a shot that hard in years. All right, this is going to be Edwards. Edwards in that paint, goes up strong, basically throws it up, misses it, Gillis with the rebound. And here's James on the left side. James directing traffic. Duke up by 2. Finds Proctor. Proctor dribbles to his right. Edwards for 3. Excuse me, that's James for 3. When does James shoot threes? James shoots a 3 for Duke. 52-47. And Louisville has to get a T.O., baby, with a capital T. 52-47, 52-47, 12 minutes and 23 seconds left in this game. Plenty of time for either team to make moves and come out champions. Thank you guys for the 5 likes. I appreciate it. All right. It's been interesting thus far. Duke with the lead. Hepburn. He's cut off. Still finds a way to get it up. And that ball is rebounded by Duke. James on the right side finds Knipple. Extra pass to Proctor for 3. It's good. Duke extending that lead. (55-47). 8-point lead by the Blue Devils. They're going to double team Edwards. Skip pass is stolen by Knipple. Knipple finds Proctor. Proctor can't hit it. Quick trigger on the 3. Edwards at the other end decides to slow it down. Skip pass over to Ruth. Ruth can't hit it. Knipple at the other end. Strong move. And it's going to be fouled. But they said it's going to be also a goaltend. So the basket is good. All right, we have another timeout. Nice little run there by the Duke Blue Devils to go up by 10, 47-57. We've got 3 people in the chat. The Duke Blue Devils. Nice in-game adjustment there defensively to start double teaming Edwards to get that ball out of his hands. They feel like they are large enough just to stay one-on-one with Hepburn. A couple of times there he's tried to get to the basket. He's been cut off or closed out on. The Blue Devils close out on him, and he has to look elsewhere. Try to throw that ball out, and it's kind of tough. So when you can do that and you stop your opponent from scoring, and then you can get a few points, easy way to pull away there by the Blue Devils. So play by play. Let's see. The Cardinal have been stuck on 47 since the 14-16 mark. When you get stuck and you can't stop the other team, they've got a chance to pull away. Top scorers for each team. Edwards still stuck on 22 now. It's been there for a bit. Chucky Hepburn with 9 points. Waterman and Hadley both have 5. For the Tar Heels now, we've got 3 guys in double figures. Proctor with 15, Con Knipple 14, and Sion James with 13. Malawak and Evans both have 6. And Gombo with 3. All right, is Duke they're flexing a bit. Have they flexed their muscle enough to continue to pull away? Or is this just a momentary spurt? Right now, Duke outscoring Louisville in the second half 24-9. Louisville off the timeout. They get 2 more, but Duke gets 3. And that's Proctor. $60-49. Somebody else is going to have to step up. They are not going to let Edwards do it. He's trying to force it up. Good gracious. Nice shot, young man. Edwards not backing down. Cuts this to a 9-point lead. And an offensive foul on Duke. All right, then let's see what the Cardinals do with the ball here. They get it to Hepburn. Hepburn to Scott. Back to Hepburn. Gotta move the ball, son. This is Traore. Traore spin move. It's blocked out of there. Malawak this time. Loose ball on the floor. Louisville has it. Now nobody has it. Well, everybody has it. Little squirmers on the floor. Going for the ball. All right, Malawak, I wish your ex-team, well, you never played with him. I wish Williams could turn and block shots like that in the pros. Neither team backing down. It's a 9-point lead by the Duke Blue Devils. 9:35 on the clock, 51-60. And I think it may be Duke ball. Not quite sure. Possession arrow now pointing at Louisville. Long pause right here. I don't know what the refs are looking at. They're probably going to look to make sure there is no punches thrown or whatever, or just mopping up all the moisture that was on the floor. And play resumes. Louisville has the ball. This is Edwards. Edwards to Hepburn. Hepburn gets into the paint. Step through. Not enough on the layup. Duke can have the numbers. James kicks it. Proctor throws it up. Fouled on the play. Almost hit that one. 9 minutes and 7 seconds. Proctor will go to the line. Already has 18 points. 6 of 12 3-pointers for 50%. All right, if you haven't voted yet on the poll question, who will be ACC tournament champs in 20 minutes? It's going to be less than 20 minutes now. Proctor hit all those threes and missed a free throw. Hey, thank you for everybody who's left a chat in the chat section. Street Line Racing. Oh, okay. Street Line Racing. That's my boy. Knippel for three. Can't hit it. Edwards doing a lot of dribbling. Gets into the paint. Has to kick that one out. Traore. Now Traore with the ball again. He crosses over. Gets into the paint. But an offensive foul is going to be called on Traore. A little extracurricular activity going on there. All right, we got another timeout. 8 minutes and 40 seconds. They may be going to review this one. I think that's what they are going to do. All right, street line racing. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was my. Oh, okay. Not a hostile act. Tried to hook him. Yeah, but you just never know. They might call this a flagrant. Yeah, I didn't know straight line racing was my son. All right, so thank you for stopping by, Robert Summers. Thanks for stopping by, T. Kubler in the house, and Michael Smitty. Thank you guys for stopping by. That's right. David Robinson's son did play for Duke, so he's now a coach. Hey, it's funny how sometimes, like you know, your dad or whoever is such a great athlete, but then you don't turn out to be as good as he is. I think for me and my son, it was the opposite. I think my son was a little bit better than I was, but then he also had some uncles that are pretty darn good. So he could have gotten it from them. Knippel drives. Knippel with the fake. The reverse is no good. And Malawat finishes it. Good gracious. I don't know. Malawat, he is somebody was talking about maybe picking him up. The Hornets picking him up. And I was like, I don't know. I ain't seen a lot out of him. But he's got a little bit of something. And a block, moving his feet from the top of the key against a guard and ends up blocking the shot out of there. He's impressing me more and more. Might even have more ability than Mark Williams. Mark Williams from Duke. That is a big man that we got 2 years ago from Duke. All right, we have yet another timeout. Duke 62-51 doing their thing right now. Still, we got 4 votes on the poll question. All right, well, we got a little time. Let's take a look at another player. Who we're going to look at? Let's look at Waterman. We take a look at Waterman for Louisville. Wait. See, you guys see quite a bit at the top. You don't need to see we don't need to have a big screen right here. All right, so Waterman, he's a senior, 6'11", 230. Averages about 6.1 points per game. So I think he's right at his average, 3.7 rebounds per game. They're going to need more out of Waterman. They expect to win this game. Let's see. Actually, Waterman has 5 points right now. Scott, and he may be the pure center. No, he's a forward, 6'11" forward though. He's only a sophomore, 220. From Fayetteville, North Carolina. Okay, homeboy. Who did he play for? Not sure. Don't show it. I don't think. Do they show that in the bio? Let's see what they show in the bio. Career history. So he was with Charleston. He played for Charleston Cougars in his first year. So he was with Charleston, the College of Charleston last year. Okay, interesting information. I always say that James is like he has a professional body. He looks like he's like 32 years old right there. He is a senior, so okay. I don't know why I'm thinking he was a freshman or whatever. So he played somewhere last year. Got you, from Sugar Hill, Georgia. 6'6", 220. Averaging 8.5 points per game. All right, let's kill the noise in the background, coach. All right, Duke brings the ball down. This is James. James gets that to Knipple. Knipple finds Proctor. 62-51, 7:40 on the clock. And Hepburn's going to be called for almost look like a clothesline there. Contact up high against Proctor. And Hepburn has 4 fouls. It looks like they did, because those two guys in the second half of this game have carried the 51-62, Proctor on the line. Proctor misses. Rebound, Hepburn. Actually, rebound Edwards, I think. Hepburn with the ball now. Hepburn kicks that. And number 1, that was Hadley, shoots the ball up. They're trying to see if they can get a goaltend on that. Malawak slapping everything away. Man, I like that. Like, heck, Malawak wants to come out, and if the Hornets can get him, go ahead and get Hornets. Go ahead and get him. We might. Hey, you already tried. Come on, we got another timeout. Let's go. What are we doing? Let's go. Yeah, we might get rid of we might try to slide Williams on out of Charlotte if Malawak comes. (53-62), 7 minutes and 26 seconds left in this game. Still 9-point lead by the Duke Blue Devils. They were able to pull away a bit there, and the Cardinals not able to close any of the margin yet. They still got 7 minutes and 26 whole seconds though. Plenty of time. All right, so we go 52. Now it's a 10-point lead. I thought it was. Oh, it's a shot miss. I don't know. It might have been some points taken off or something for Louisville. But anyway, it's a tie. It's a 10-point game right now. Duke has the ball. This is Knipple. Knipple. Spin move in the paint. Kicks that to Proctor. Proctor shoots a quick one. Gillis tries to get his hands on it. Louisville comes out with the rebound. Edwards hadn't scored in a while. Picks up his dribble. Finds Hepburn. Hepburn dribbling the ball low. The fall away jumper is no good. Proctor with the rebound. Slows it down. Says, hey, we've got the lead. Passes that over to Sion. Sion James. Going to get Knipple coming off that high screen. Just a simple play, bro. Just like you've got to follow the guy. If you follow him, he's just going to keep going around the screen at the top. Edwards. Malawak influences it and comes back and gets the rebound. I'm liking Malawak more and more, guys. More and more. He usually doesn't get a lot of playing time. He's probably playing more than he usually plays. This is Knipple. Screen set. Malawak leaves now. Duke just taking their time. Another screen set again. Knipple. Gillis for three. Gillis can't hit it. Malawak's blocked out this time. Edwards. Pass up to Hepburn. Scott. Not looking to score. Gets it to Edwards. Sets his feet, and he hits three more. You can't let him shoot, guys. You can't let him shoot. He's not gone. 55 to 64. 55 to 64. 5 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock. This game is not over yet. Not over yet. Looks like Duke has had the lead there for a while, though, and has been in control for a little bit, but it is not over. All right, Duke out of the timeout. They get the ball. Proctor taking a little break. So is Malawak. And Duke scores again. This time it's Gomba with a nice drive, nice setup. Put it on the basket, spin move. And he hits it. Hepburn finds Edwards again. Edwards shoots the three. Can't hit it. That ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Duke. It's Duke ball. 4 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock. Gomba with the ball again. Moves strong to the basket. Flips this one up with the right hand. He's fouled on the play. The freshman not even hesitating. Getting that ball and going strong. Gomba at the line. Hits the first. Wow, Rachel Baker, Duke general manager. I hear you, Duke. Gomba hits both at the line. Hepburn throws that one up. Probably should have shot it. Knew he threw it. Tried to change his mind and throw an alley. It was too hard. Now Duke with the ball. This is James looking on the inside. Not there. A lot of standing around. I think Duke's using some time. Now Proctor back on the floor. Coach Shire says, hey, we need a timeout. 9 seconds left for Duke to shoot. 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Duke up by 13. Now we have 5 votes. As much as it hurts me to say this, but congrats to Duke on being the kings of the ACC men's basketball season. Yeah, I mean, when you go through the conference, you only lose one game. I guess you can call them. They're the kings, especially if they go ahead and win this one. Up by 13, they seem to be in control. They seem to have figured out what they need to do defensively. And once you do that and the other team finds it hard to score, all you got to do is score, at least once every 2 trips. All right, let's take a look at the team stats. All right, the Cardinals have dropped just a bit. They're shooting 40% from the field. Duke 48.9%. Hey, you might as well say 49% from the field. The 3-point line. The Cardinals 7 for 21 for 33.3. Duke now shooting 41% from behind the arc. They have 10 of 24. Free throw shooting. Cardinal 57%. That sounds bad, but they've only shot 7 times. They're 4 out of 7. Duke, 18 times, 4 out of 18. A lot of people say, hey, the ref's not calling fouls, but some people would say Duke is just a lot bigger. You know what I'm saying? A lot bigger. Going to the basket, you're going to get fouled. Duke shooting 77.8%. 11 to 10 assists, Duke. Blocks, 5 to 2. Turnovers, Louisville with 10. Duke has stopped turning the ball over. They stopped at 9. Points in the bank, 26-24 to Louisville. Arizona lost today to Houston, 72-64. Hey, might be funny to say or ask, but what do you think? How do you think Carolina would have looked if Love had stayed? We wouldn't be relying on R.J. Davis. R.J. Davis may not be the R.J. Davis we know if Love stayed. Edwards, skip pass. Waterman can't hit the three. Loose ball. James with the rebound. Under 3 minutes. 57-68. Duke going to use a little time. Knipple. Knipple comes off the low screen. The three-point shot is no good. Louisville attacking the basket. Edwards, the floater, not good this time. Knipple with the rebound. And the Tar Heels, my bad. The Blue Devils satisfied with bringing the ball down the court. And the fans say, hey, we know what you're doing, buddy. We're going to run 30 seconds off the clock or 25 seconds off the clock every time before we even attempt to shoot the ball. Gillis did not get it off, but hey, Duke ran all 30 seconds off the clock right there. Now it's still 57-68. It's 57-68, so it's 2 minutes. 2 minutes. If Louisville has went a little bit dry from the field there, the only reason why they are not able to catch up. I can't take anything away from Duke's defense though. 19-35 in this quarter. It ain't still by Duke. Been a little bit of lackadaisical, and Duke will just take their time. They're gonna try to run another 30 seconds off the clock. And Louisville looks like they're gonna sit back and let them do it. You need to get out there and put some pressure on the ball. Coach Shire says, hey, keep it spread out. James, Proctor lets Scott fly by. He shoots a three, can't hit it. Let's see if Louisville can get a score here. This is Hepburn. Hepburn loses it. I thought it was a loss, but it was going to be a foul called on Proctor. Hepburn putting that ball out there, and every time Proctor tries to hit it, tries to get his hands on it. Good defense. Yeah, guys, if the Tar Heels could have got in this game right here, win or lose, we automatically be in there. Coach, at least the ACC tournament champion is staying in North Carolina. Championship staying. Yeah, I had to look at that too. I know last night I said, I didn't quite say it last night, but I did say it to someone yesterday. Like I never cheer for Duke. Uh, not I do not cheer for Duke, in the ACC, nothing like that. But when we leave, we play for the when anybody in the ACC plays in the NCAA tournament. I'm definitely not cheering for anybody else outside of the ACC. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I don't cheer for any of those teams besides Carolina in the ACC. But yeah, when we go play in this tournament, yeah, I cheer for the ACC, and it's still hard to cheer for Duke. It's like, I guess you'd say I'm not going for any other teams in any other conference, but uh, I don't know. You still get some satisfaction if Duke if Duke gets beat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. All right, Duke's got to get the ball in. They get it in. This is Gillis, and a foul's going to be given. 1 minute on the clock, and the feet on the faces of the Cardinals are starting to set in. It's a 10-point lead with James on the line. James hits his first free throw. James hits both. Hepburn with a drive. Duke wouldn't dare foul him. Coach is watching this game knowing that we lost last night. It's hurting me inside. I got you. I got you. I get it. Proctor's fouled under Louisville's basket. Excuse me, that's actually under foul under Duke's basket. And now they will walk down to Louisville's basket and try to score in it. All right, one missed shot there by Proctor. Proctor does hit one. And ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It will stay Louisville ball with 34.8 seconds on the clock. Louisville throwing up desperation shots. And we have another timeout. Carolina Tar Heels basketball will be back at our best next year, hopefully. Yeah, definitely hopeful. It's hopeful. I don't know what we did to change this year, but whatever it is, we need to continue it. Start next year. And dang, hopefully we can get good enough, get the right players, get good enough to win some dang uh, quad one games, man. Like, what is this? Dickie V getting emotional. Hepburn gets it to Edwards. Edwards shoots a long three. Can't get it. Can't get it to go in this time. It goes out on Duke, and it's going to stay Louisville ball. They get it into Edwards this time. Edwards shoots another quick three. Can't hit it again. Rebound. Hepburn saves it. Edwards trying to do it all himself. Forces it up, but it goes in this time. 14.6 seconds on the clock. Duke needs to get it in. They get it into Knipple. Knipple is tackled, but not very hard. He's okay. He'll go to the other end to shoot free throws. All right, 71 62. And coach is going to let my guy get on the court with 13.7 seconds on the clock. I think he's a senior. Come on, Knipple, you got to hit this, dude. And Knipple comes out with a round of applause. And the little guy gets a chance to get on the court. I think this is Hubbard. I think Hubbard. I think he's been at Duke for 3 years. Long 3-point shot goes out of bounds. And they'll let Hubbard bring the ball up the court, but he won't shoot it. Hey, classy by coach. They wanted him to bring it up the court. All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Because they're not my, Duke Blue Devils win another ACC tournament. They are ACC champs. 1 day ahead of Selection Sunday. Duke, never a doubt that they are going to the NCAA championship. And basically never a doubt all season. Their only hiccup was losing to Clemson. Clemson, who got knocked out by these same Louisville Cardinals. The Cardinals put up a good fight, 62-73. And like Robert Summers says, looking at this game just makes you more upset or mad, sad, or whatever that Carolina couldn't pull it out. Couldn't pull it out, and the Tar Heels. As much as we want to forget about it, and It's just you keep thinking back to yesterday, and it's like, come on, guy, come on, how we not how do we not win that game? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, what was it? It was a 3 point. It was a 3 point win yesterday because um, Carolina had the after the infraction, if you will, the violation, and I think Carolina had to foul quickly, and then Duke went down and hit their points. So right, so it would have been even closer than that. And Carolina, with the momentum, you just gotta believe that those shirts right there belong to us. And heck, they might have even been light blue. But anyway, with that, I mean, it was a closer game, is what I'm saying. Even though Carolina had to come back from 24, and when you think about it, Louisville was in it the whole time, and Duke started to pull away. But yeah, I got you 100% there, Robert. I got you. I understand exactly what you're saying. I get it. I get it. Dang. Right? And then you got to believe that Carolina gets in this game playing against Louisville. And even though Louisville was darn tough, hey, still without Cooper Flag and all those guys, you still get this same outcome. You just got to believe Carolina had a chance. They had a chance to get an ACC championship. Maybe we can find another Baycott. Boo Duke. There, I said it. Hey, I'll give you one even better. Hey, okay, guys, but it is what it is. Duke comes out. They do what they have. They do what they've got to do to win these games and come out champions in the ACC tournament. And now on to the NCAA. Thank you for everyone who stopped by today. Show me some love in the chat. I appreciate it. We're going to do a really quick, I'm talking like hyper quick review of the stats, and then we're going to get straight out of here, guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, for the box score, we're going to go with the top three scorers for each team. For the Louisville Cardinals, Terrence Terrence Edwards had 29 points. Hepburn with 14, and Scott and Hadley had 6 points. For the Duke Blue Devils, Proctor with 19 points, Knipple with 18, and Sion James with 15. All right, in the team stats, Duke shoots 44%, Louisville 39. 3-point shooting, Duke 10 of 27. Cardinals 7 of 26. Free throw shooting, Duke 79%, Louisville 50%. Rebounding 38 to 35, Louisville. Assists, both teams at 11. Steals 3 to 6, Duke. Blocks 2 to 5, Duke. Turnovers 11 to 10. The Cardinals ended up with 11 turnovers. Points off of turnovers, Cardinals scored 10, Duke 9. Fast break points went to Duke 6 to 9. Points in the paint went to the Cardinals 30 to 24. And the largest lead by Duke was 13. So Duke is your 2025 Duke is your 2025 ACC champions, ACC regular champions, and ACC tournament champions. All right, guys, it is what it is. And yeah, on the next year, there's still the NCAA tournament, and we don't know if the Carolina Tar Heels are going to be in it. We'll find out tomorrow. They probably won't, but who knows? They probably won't, but who knows? Like, what would that be? It'd be Duke, Louisville, Clemson, and who else? Will there be anybody? And then if they pick one, more. It would have. It's going to be one of these. It could be one of these teams here. Heck, SMU. SMU would be upset if they if they didn't get in. Will SMU get in there? Like how many teams? How many teams could make it? You know what I'm saying? SMU they bowed out though in the tournament, right? But then they would look at that and say, "Hey, look, all three of those teams, 13-7. That's Duke. Excuse me, that's SMU, Wake Forest, and North Carolina. But if you look at who hung in there the longest in the ACC tournament, right? That would be North Carolina. So if they were to pick 4 out of there, they said, Carolina will be the first in, right? SMC got knocked out early. Carolina beat Wake Forest. So, we'll see, guys. We'll see. They probably won't choose 4 from the ACC, but if they do, Carolina could be in it. All right, guys. Thank you for the 5 likes. I appreciate it. And like I said, we're going to go ahead and get out of here early. I appreciate you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time. I'm Coach Gary. Peace.